Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. And in today's video, we're going to be covering a bunch of items that are available free for everybody, but will be removed at the launch of Edge of Fate. So you're definitely going to want to jump on Destiny sometime this week in order to pick some of these items up, or at least earn a few of them. I'm also going to cover all the other weekly reset information. There is a few events that are available right now that won't be seen again for quite some time. And before we get too far into the video, I did want to give my shout outs for all of those who have contributed to the channel as of late and left donations as well as tips. So to my buddy John Koshet, to Charlie Boy, to Sark Kamari, excuse me if I butcher the name, Rage Forever, DG Striker, I had that name incorrect the last time, Aaron Batts, and there are a couple of others that will be mentioned in the next video. I apologize if I have forgotten your name and you did make a donation to the channel. I will be reprising this role every single video until the end of the month. You can also remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the bell to post notifications. Any of those things I just mentioned will also give you an entry into the next giveaway. On this YouTube channel, we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. When we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away a new console or a video card if you play on PC. You can also leave a comment down below on any of the topics of discussion in this video. Always interested to hear your thoughts and feedback. You can also leave any word that I might mispronounce over the course of today's video, or you can leave a hashtag any of the names I mentioned that contributed to the channel down below for another entry into the next giveaway. Also remember that leaving a tip, of course, also enters you into any future giveaway, or you can stick around till the end of the video for the secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Remember, those secret hashtags stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Now quickly, I just wanted to head over to my character really quick, because if you are interested in picking up this shader, the Prismatic Expanse, this is the new RGB shader added for Pride Month. I've been leaving a link code for the ability to redeem that code at the Bungie store or at Bungie's website, bungie.net. I'll also leave a link to the page in order for you to redeem this code. You can get it for free right now until the end of this month. It will be disappearing. I will continue to leave the code down below for any future videos, just in case anybody hasn't seen it yet. But a pretty awesome shader, full RGB. Kind of interesting how it works on different classes and on different armor sets. I put it on the Star Wars armor set, and it just sort of rotates a solid color, but if you put it on other shaders, it seems you get this full rainbow shader effect, which is very cool. So if you're looking for that code, just look to the pinned comment. There should be a link as well on where to redeem the code at bungie.net. Over at Test Everest this week, don't forget to pick up your free Bright Dust if you're looking to acquire any of the items available that we'll discuss today, as well as saving up for a possible future item, which I'll cover in just a second. We have the Amethyst Bloom shader. Hopefully it will load up. Pretty cool. We also have the Abyssian Gold shader. Hopefully I said the name correct. Almost a fully black shader with this little gradient on it. Very cool. On the seasonal, I did want to make mention again, if you're looking for any of the armor sets that were sort of alternates for the seasonal event this past fall. That was for the Halloween seasonal event. In this case, I'm on the Warlock, so this is the Eerie armor set. You can get it for 6,000 Bright Dust on the second page. So if you're saving up your free Bright Dust, you might be able to actually purchase this by the end of this season, before the launch of the Edge of Fate. On the Bright Dust page, we have the Chain Ripper ornament for the Monte Carlo, which is absolutely amazing, and I believe this is the very first time this item has actually been available. Super cool. I never was really a big fan of the Monte Carlo and its stock shader, so I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. Let me know if you're a fan of Monte Carlo or this. I think this is just so much better. Would have been interesting if they released it during the Halloween event. We also have the Pinballer vehicle, which is very cool. Probably looks really good with that RGB shader. The Diesel Maximal ship. We have the Golf Tango shell. And we have the Dance Off Exoitc emote. If it loads. I don't think it will. We also have the Trinity shader, the Irradiant Chariot shader, and the Cursed Azure shader. And then we have the Presently Presence shader as well. If you hadn't noticed, we have Iron Banner available this week. Now, this is going to be the last time Iron Banner is available until September. That will be the launch of Ashen Iron, where we'll see a revamped version of Iron Banner, and I think it really needs it. I love Iron Banner personally, but I think this activity needs something else. Maybe the ability to get high tier armor will be included. I have my fingers crossed for that. For the rank rewards, we have a Warlord Spear with high impact reserves and jolting feedback, as well as the Skulking Wolf origin trait. These are all enhanceable weapons. We have the Peace Bond sidearm with subsistence and frenzy, a Tenacious Mastery with loose change, frenzy, and again the Skulking Wolf origin trait. And then we have the Archon's Thunder with enlightened action and target lock. Now, unfortunately, this Tenacious Mastery is not the one you really want to farm for. You want anything with chill clip on it, much like the one that I have, which I'll show you in just 1 second. But you can, of course, focus this weapon. And remember, an enhanced weapon, though everything is changing to the tier armor and weapon set once we hit the Edge of Fate, enhanced weapons, and more importantly, Adept enhanced weapons, will still be worth about a tier 3 or a tier 4, I would say. A weapon like this, with how meta it is, even just an enhanced version will still be worth at least a tier 3. And these will still be very viable heading into the Edge of Fate. So make sure to farm those out. Just quickly show you my Tenacious. This one with Chill Clip and Enlightened Action. The second perk really isn't that important, but Chill Clip is definitely the one you want. Also, if you're looking to farm out any of the weapons from Iron Banner, remember that Iron Banner gear will give you rank bonuses by playing Iron Banner. And Iron Banner gear is 3 different things. It's Iron Banner weapons, Iron Banner armor, as well as Iron Banner ornaments. So you can actually pick up a full set of ornaments at Commander Zavala, or excuse me, Lord Saladin, Valius Saladin, however he likes to be referred to as now. I know, I don't mean to disgrace his name by calling him Commander Zavala, but it gets confusing. There's a lot of Titans in the tower. But also remember that you can equip a piece of Iron Banner gear with an Iron Banner ornament on top. So if you have an existing piece of Iron Banner gear, you can then have an Iron Banner ornament on top of it. It'll change that Iron Banner piece of gear to a different looking piece of Iron Banner gear, but it'll count as 2 pieces towards your rank reward bonuses. So make sure to do that. Over at Commander Zavala, the actual Commander Zavala, I feel like we really need a few more like hunter vendors. I'm sure hunters will sound off in the comments about that. Let me know. Do you think there's enough Titan vendors and we need a couple extra hunters? I mean, there's only maybe 1 hunter. There's 4 Titans right now. This week we have the Palindrome Adept available. This is also enhanceable, and remember that'll be at least worth a tier 3 or tier 4. This is the last time this will be available this season, so I don't know when we'll see this again. I'm sure by the time we see it again, we will have the new tier weapon set, so keep that in mind. If you're looking for a good Palindrome, it's the last time to farm it out. You'll also be getting the Cruel Mercy if you can complete the GM Nightfall this week. The GM Nightfall this week. It's not the easiest one, though I think it is quite a bit easier now. We have, for this week, we have the Heist Battleground Mars. The beginning part, there is a bit of a glitch that you can use if you'd like to know a little bit more about that. If you're running it as a solo player, you can let me know in the comments section down below, but not the most difficult. Certainly a short one, so worth the farm if you're looking for any of those weapons or some endgame mats. We have Champions Barrier and Unstoppable this week. While we're in the directory really fast, over on the Legends tab, we have Vault of Glass and Crota's End as the featured Nightfalls. That means that they can be farmed out as many times as you want on one character, and you can farm out any encounter as many times as you want. If you're looking for the armor set that I currently have equipped, or if you're looking for either one of the Exotics available, we have the Vex Mythoclast over at Vault of Glass. We also have Ghost in the Deep as one of our featured dungeons this week. Same thing, you can farm it out as many times as you want on any encounter. We have the Presage or Presage Exotic mission for the Dead Man's Tale available. Over on the Moon, a couple of interesting things. We have the Pit of Heresy dungeon, which I really hope gets an update at some point because this has always been my favorite dungeon. We also have the In the Deep mission available. I don't know if this is going to get carried forward into the Edge of Fate, so if you're looking for one of the best AFK, or really the only AFK farms to do in the game, there's a couple others, but this is probably the most convenient. Let me know in the comments section down below. I have covered this farm many times in the past. It's a simple process of simply getting to the very end of this mission, scanning the totem or lectern, waiting for the room you're in to turn dark, then jumping off the nearest edge to reset the encounter. You'll load back in at the very same spot where you just scanned the lectern, and other than a few acolytes that you have to dismiss that won't respawn, you'll have infinite thrall spawning so long as you stay in that room, and you can stay in that room as long as you want. It will reset when you leave, I believe, at the end of the week, though it might reset every single time. I think you might have to still do that last room, but it's still a very convenient farm, and this is a very easy mission for anybody, even new and solo players. You can run through this in a matter of 10 minutes. It won't be difficult. You just have to wait for certain mechanics. But if you'd like to know a little bit more detail about that or a video, you can let me know in the comments section down below. Now, to finish up a few things in the tower, we'll head over to Banshee 44 to see what his loot is this week. And remember, the rolls on all these weapons at Banshee 44 will also rotate, so be on the lookout for a few that can get some very good rolls. We'll see what they are today. We have a Hollowed Words with Slideways and Sympathetic Arsenal. We have the Nezarac's Whisper with Impulse Amplifier, Adapted Munitions, and Extrovert. This is a fully craftable weapon out of the box, so certainly worth picking up if you're looking for a good arc glaive. We have a Tarantula with Moving Target and Snapshot Sight. It might not be bad in PvP if linear fusion rifles are your thing. We have the Mikado 45 with Steady Hands, Adagio, and the Suro Synergy Origin trait. This is another fully enhanceable weapon out of the box. If you get a different roll this week, if you're looking for a different roll, or if this roll arrives, pick up one with hatchlings. If you see hatchlings, definitely pick up this weapon. A fully enhanceable weapon out of the box is always great, and if you can get hatchlings on this, it's actually pretty much the same one that I have. I actually have one with hatchlings and slice. If that happens, definitely pick it up before you wake up in the morning. Just tune in your dreams, pick this up, because it's that good. We have the Huscow with Autoloading Holster and Quick Draw, and then we have the Hollow Denial with Surplus, Unrelenting, and Extrovert, another craftable weapon if you have the Deep Sight Harmonizers. Now we'll head down to Ada1, check out what shaders she has. And Ada1 will be getting a very big update heading into the final shape, and will actually be the source of re-rolling your exotics. So if you haven't seen any of my content on how exotics and armor will work in the Edge of Fate, essentially we will have a tier system. The higher the tier, the better. The more difficult activity you play, the higher the tier you'll get. And unlike how armor is now, where we have all the stats filled, so for example, if I go to my character, you'll see I have these stats. These will all be changing to different names. Some will be combined and some will be changing entirely. For example, resilience and recovery are going to essentially be combined into health. But all your armor is going to be reset. So what that means is the armor roll will stay the same, the total roll, but the stat distribution is going to change. You'll no longer have stats in every single armor spot. So you will be getting bigger spikes in specific stats. So essentially in something like my getaway artist here, I might find that I have 80 in resilience and maybe 20 in recovery and 10 in discipline. The other ones will just disappear. There won't be anything on them. But you'll get different armor sets that, of course, make up for the fact that you're losing certain low-level stats on pieces of armor. So no longer will you have a full 6 different stats or 6 different armor stat designations. You'll have 3 that drop on each piece of armor. Spaces, of course, for the ones that you're missing, but they will not be filled. I think it's actually a good system, as it will allow you to kind of build craft a little bit more, and you'll be able to get a lot more stats overall, as 200 will be the max, and each individual stat bonus, that means one at a time, will actually improve that overall stat. So unlike now, where it's in blocks of 10, if you want to get a bonus, every single one will work. And 8-1 will be the source of re-rolling your exotics into those new stat bonuses. Hopefully that wasn't too complicated. For shaders at 8-1, currently we have the Dark Amalon shader, we have the new Pacific Sync shader, and then we have the Warcold Rain shader. We have the Scorn armor set as well as the Beyond. I'm not sure exactly what armor set this is from, but I know it's not the same one. Let me know in the comments what armor set this helmet and stuff is relevant to, but some interesting shaders nonetheless. And that is going to conclude all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as I said before. Remember that I'll always enter you into any future giveaways on this channel. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag the final shape, or excuse me, the hashtag the edge of fate, hashtag year of prophecy, or hashtag renegades, or a hashtag right up to 9, or a hashtag well, any of those names I just mentioned. Also, maybe my buddy Lord Sinister, you can leave his name in the comments section down below, or Real Dez, you can leave either one of their names also as a hashtag in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway. And once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, as always, and of course, we will see you next time. Tune in Friday for XUR. Little